The Pension Funds and Alternative Investments Africa Conference kicks off this weekend, and TDB Group has been a long-time sponsor of the event. Admassu Tadesse, who's a president and chief executive of Eastern and Southern African Trade and Development at TDB, joins me now with some of the perspective it's bringing to the table this year. Thanks so much, Admassu, for your time this evening. So, COVID-19 has fast-changed global economies. Has this triggered a shift in strategies TDB's implementing in fulfilling its mandate to finance and foster trade, regional economic integration and sustainable development?
Greetings and thank you for having me. Yes, it's a very key question you ask. I think the obvious context is that there's been quite a bit of discontinuity. We've all experienced the shocks, and of course adjustments have been necessary. And of course, the question is, what have been the adjustments? I think there's been some kind of reprioritization that's gone on. So obviously not all sectors have been pursued in the same way in this particular year. A number of projects have been put onto the back burner naturally. And so we've basically shifted the focus of our resources to some of the emergency requirements of countries around strategic commodities, and also putting a priority on import facilities where trade is concerned, to ensure that once the vaccines and other PPE equipment comes online in bigger quantities, we can give that prioritization. So I think the big thing that's happened has been a reprioritization of sectors and also products. What kinds of financing become the lead ones. And then, of course, partnerships. I think the partnership strategies have changed. And there, I think partners with donors and with special purpose facilities that are with big international institutions have been made available to us and to others. And so there's been a little bit of a shift on partnerships.
I know amongst the themes has been impact investing too, Admassu. What do you think it's going to take to reboot economies across Africa and to develop future long-term sustainability?
Well, you know, the SDG agenda has come under a lot of pressure, and you hear all sorts of analysis that suggest just for us to get back to where we were in 2019, if we just go business as usual, it'll take another 10 years for us to get to where we were in 2019. So clearly, various types of impact investors, whether they're public or private, they're all looking for ways and means to sort of scale up quickly so that this build back better agenda starts to come online. And so in this regard, I think pension funds and other alternative investors will be looking for ways of investing in the real economy to support the private sector, in particular enterprises that are ready now to build back capacity and sort of return to where they were before the pandemic. Yeah. So I think the question then it becomes who would be the right partners, who would be the suitable counterparts to work with in this regard. And I think, you know, there's a number of institutions that are specialized in working with companies that are at various stages of development to ensure that they're getting a mix of support that is required.
Let's leave it there, Admassu. Thanks so much for joining us on the line this evening. That, of course, Admassu Tadesse, who's president and chief executive of Eastern and Southern African Trade and Development at the TDB Group.